So, my name is Abdul Muhit. I graduated from Renaissance Academy in 2013. And I currently study biology at UT Austin. Now, this segment, inshallah, is a program that truly exemplifies, I think, the mission of Renaissance Academy. And a lot of times, and what Khasan Uncle said, when you're investing in something, when you're investing in a resource, in an item, what you want out of that investment is that it's worth your time and money that you put in for that resource and investment. And what I present to you today, inshallah, is a product of that investment. You know, a lot of times what strikes me often is that I often remind myself that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me the great fadl, that has given me parents that have put me in an Islamic school, put me in Renaissance Academy, and believed in the mission of Renaissance Academy. They believed in the vision of Renaissance Academy. And as my time at UT Austin comes to a close, I've had time to think about, and really seriously think about, and ponder upon my time at Renaissance Academy. Why my parents put me in Islamic school in the first place. And truly, it's without question that it was at Renaissance Academy where I began to mold my identity. And a lot of times in college you'll hear that the hardest part in college besides the academics is figuring out who you are, figuring out the person you are, figuring out who you want to become. And I did all of that at Renaissance Academy. I learned, I made mistakes, and I improved on my character in Renaissance Academy. I didn't have to deal with that in college. Alhamdulillah, I became a practicing Muslim American who I think, alhamdulillah, has contributed to society and will inshallah contribute to society and be a practicing Muslim who is proud to wear the banner of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, especially in this political climate. And so I've been with Renaissance Academy since its inception, since it started in 2007. And after 10 years of growth, 10 years, I'm still proud and I'm still grateful that, alhamdulillah, my parents put me in Renaissance Academy. And so today with me are some fellow alumni who I believe feel the same way. And I truly believe are living proof of the mission that was set forth by individuals long ago. And I want to make this point really clear right now, that we alumni don't come back every year because it's fun for us to talk on stage, because we like the spotlight. You know, it's to provide evidence to the success of Renaissance Academy in following through on its mission and hopefully shedding some light to the fact that Islamic schools are all more capable of providing the means and opportunities for students to excel, not only in this dunya but also the akhirah. So inshallah, I'd like to pass it to Faisal Sheikh to tell us some more.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Muhammad Faisal Sheikh. I am a graduate of Renaissance Academy, class of 2012. I am currently studying computer science. When planting a seed, one must provide proper care and nurture it so that it will not only survive, but at the same time thrive and excel. The nurturing mentioned in the analogy is the proper upbringing of young Muslims by giving them an Islamic education. As one of the first graduates of Renaissance Academy and one of the few Austinites to spend their entire pre-K, elementary, middle school, and high school in an Islamic school, the one fact that I can say is that the tarbiyah, the upbringing provided by Islamic schools such as Renaissance Academy is the most crucial, most beneficial service that is given by Islamic schools. An example of this is in Renaissance Academy, in the morning, they start off their tarbiyah with the assembly. In the assembly, they recite du'as so that they can start off with the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the right way to start off your day. And throughout the day, they learn about the Quran, the Sunnah, and Islamic history. Because of this Because of this tarbiyah, this shows like the tarbiyah that is being given to the Muslim students at Renaissance Academy. And because of this, they're able to practice it in a conducive environment where they can read salah, they can read the Quran, recite du'as for eating, sleeping, traveling, and etc. Because of this tarbiyah at a young age, it made me want to go into da'wah. Because of all the knowledge that I have gained through my time at Renaissance Academy, I feel it is my duty, or more importantly, my responsibility to give it to others. Because if you are not spreading Islam to others or reminding them, then you will slowly lose it. You'll slowly lose it to the point that you will acclimate to the local culture, even if you are living in a Muslim country. This has already happened and is currently happening. A shocking example of this is when my grandfather went on Jama'at to several countries in South America. He met people with Muslim names that were non-Muslims. Yet their grandparents were Muslims. They had built masjids, but they did not build Islamic schools. As a result, they lacked in the daily tarbiyah. That is why Islamic schools are so important.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay. My name is Sabine Oza and I graduated in May of 2016. Now, roughly 7 months later, I stand before you as an alumna. Throughout my high school career, I was warned by my siblings, my teachers, my parents, and even the Renaissance Academy alumni that life outside this school is very different. In August, as I was preparing for the start of my college career, I thought perhaps somewhat naively that my transition from high school to university will be seamless. Obviously, it was not. The intensity put on both the social and academic aspects of school increases tenfold once you enter university. It is impossible to be completely prepared for such an intense transition. This transitional struggle is universal. It doesn't matter if you went to the best school with the best labs and unlimited resources. Every first year struggles. They struggle with their identity, they struggle with grappling new material, and they struggle with trying to find a place for themselves on campus. Personally, what Renaissance Academy did for me was soften the blow. Many of my peers who attended large high schools could not speak in front of large crowds as I am right now. Many of them did not have the ability to participate in class discussions that required critical thinking. Because they were never put in a space where they were allowed to articulate complex ideas. Renaissance Academy, I do credit these advantages that I have to Renaissance Academy because at my time in Renaissance Academy, I was given the space to develop and grow as my own person while also experiencing an Islamic tarbiyah. When you enter college, the one thing that everyone is struggling with is with their identity, more so than transitioning with the academic pressure. They're trying to figure out who they are, they're trying to figure out what they believe, and everyone around you is forcing their own ideas, opinions on you. For me, this was not a struggle. I only had to struggle with the academics because my time at Renaissance Academy, I was taught in not an environment where I was spoon-fed Islamic information. I was taught to critically think about our ideals, understand why they're so important. And this is what's the true jewel of Renaissance Academy is that we aren't just given facts, history, Islamic history blindly. We're taught why our values are important, why they lead to a conducive, successful lifestyle, why we should believe in the values we do believe. And with that, I ask you all to consider investing more of your time and invest more of your time and valuables into Islamic schools, and especially Renaissance Academy.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maryam. I graduated from Renaissance Academy 3 years ago. And looking back at my experience in Renaissance, I realized two very important things. Number one, how easy it was to practice my faith within Renaissance. And number two, how confidently I was able to practice my faith as I transitioned in becoming a student at UT. Now, I think it's critical that we understand that we live in a time of divisiveness. With everything that is happening within our country, I find it so crucial to not live in the fear that is being created by the new incoming administration of who we are and what we believe in. I can confidently say that Renaissance has instilled in me a love for my religion that I perhaps would not have gotten if I attended any other school. I am able to have conversations with people on the bus, with the janitors at UT that wonder why I like to put my foot in the sink, and just with anyone who's curious to know my name and why I like to wear what I wear. Renaissance has helped me in becoming the proud and unapologetic American Muslim that I am today, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. Jazakumullah khairan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الأمين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Now for those of you asking why am I shaking, it's not because I'm nervous, it's because I'm excited. How many of us are excited? Yeah. Now for those of you who know me, I'm back. For those of you who don't, my name is Ma Sayed and I am a freshman in college right now, a 2016 graduate of Renaissance Academy. Now our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, when a man dies, his deeds come to an end except for three things. Sadaqah jariyah, a knowledge which is beneficial, or a virtuous descendant who prays for him after his death. So I want to ask you all in the audience today, what is going to be our legacy? What will we show God from our deeds that will be significant to Him? And in the hadith, we learn that there are three things that will continue benefiting us in terms of deeds after our death. And in the context of the event today, we have a deal. We have a 3-for-1 deal. One, if you give to support Renaissance Academy, you will inshallah be giving a sadaqah jariyah because the building and the infrastructure created and the systems maintained will live far beyond us. There will be people you will never meet in your entire life, 50 to 60 years from now, hundreds of years from now, that will be going to this Islamic school, inshallah, whose experience you will be rewarded for. Two, there is also knowledge that is beneficial that is taught to every single student every single day during their stay at Renaissance. Knowledge that will remain with them for the rest of their lives. And from personal experience, I can tell you that I have learned a lot and that I will maintain it, inshallah, for the rest of my life, and it will never leave me. And not only that, but this knowledge has allowed me to benefit the community in various ways. The last part of the hadith mentions a virtuous descendant who prays for them. And every single Friday, from what I remember, our beloved Khatib, Brother Jilali, he makes a prayer at the end of every sermon, making dua for everyone who's been involved in Renaissance. And we make that dua collectively, so he's got that covered. So concluding the 3-in-1 deal as mentioned in the hadith, I want to say, let's be real. We are all in the same boat. Either we sink or we soar through the seas of success together. We are all in this together. We can't be selfish when giving to Islamic schools for the sake of Allah. And I promise you, from personal experience and from the experiences of others, that if you give to this cause sincerely, He will take care of you in this life and the next. So moving forward, I want all of us to have this mentality that this is the biggest investment of our lives. And that we may not reap as much benefit as we hope in this life, but the generations after us will pick fruit from the seeds that we planted. And we, inshallah, we will be rewarded eternally in paradise, where we will all be gathered one day, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.